Hi, this week's Torah portion is Vayera, begins with Genesis chapter 18. The chapter opens up with Abraham sitting in the tent in the desert. It's hot. He just circumcised himself at the end of the previous chapter, but he's very hospitable and he's welcoming people into his tent, providing food. And right after that, these three men, and they're actually angels, we learn later on, in the guise of men, they say to him, "Where's Sarah, your wife?" And he says, "She's over there in the tent." And he said, "I'm going to come back to you next year at this time, and Sarah's going to have a son." Now, right after that, the Bible tells us that Sarah's, so to speak, eavesdropping, and she hears the conversation. And then the Bible interjects that Abraham and Sarah are very old, and Sarah's way beyond her childbearing years. And in fact, we know from the end of the previous chapter that Abraham at this point is 89, Abraham is 99 and Sarah is 89. And then Sarah laughs to herself and says, "How can I have kids? I'm old and my husband's old." And then the next verse, God turns to Abraham and he says, "Hey," I'm paraphrasing, "why did Sarah laugh and say, 'How can I have kids since I'm old?'" Now, if you notice, God doesn't quote Sarah accurately. God leaves out the part where Sarah says that not only is she old, but her husband's old. But when he's reporting that to Sarah's comment to Abraham, he leaves that part out. So the question is why? And the commentary suggests that, of course Abraham knows he's old, but no one likes to hear that. And so God was sparing Abraham the possible hurt from hearing that his wife Sarah thinks he's old. And so here we see a tremendous insight and a tremendous lesson that sometimes learning from God, perhaps it's permissible to not tell the absolute truth if we know that that would be hurtful to another person. And sometimes we have to really focus on being sensitive and being so aware of how our words have an impact on other people. Have a great week.